So we really try to. Part of it is a fun way to highlight issues, to create awareness of a great story.
It's a great local story.
It's a great story, and I think it should be a great story of significance in the same way Roswell is.
Yeah.
Because if you think about the weight of those stories, Roswell's important because 10,000 books have been written about it.
Right.
Maury Island is not important because nobody ever thought it was worth scholarship. And I look at the two stories as narratives and go, Maury Island's a much more interesting story.
And Maury Island happened first.
Yes. Maury Island is the first sort of mainstream, first significant sighting in this summer of the saucers in 1947.
Which is kind of odd because after Roswell happened, they actually published in the papers that a flying saucer had crashed.
Yeah.
And then went back and changed their tune, right?
we actually make fun of that in our movie
a
little bit, using J. Edgar Hoover. On July 8th in 1947, Army calls a press conference in Roswell, and they basically say, we have a crashed UFO.
Right.
And 3 hours later realize what a monumentally stupid thing that was to do. And they allegedly drag in a bunch of new material and put it on a photo and say this was a weather balloon.
Weather balloon, yeah.
And that sort of is the kickoff party for everything we now know about Roswell, right? It's sort of like that's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's all the same. That's 2 weeks after us.
Oh, that's wild.
So that's another thing we talk about is this notion of we can't, if you really want to study this stuff, or even as a pop culture phenomenon, stop siloing it.
Yeah.
That's right. That makes no sense. To just
I feel like that's happening.
Only
more
write
now,
a book
though.
about that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I think we're getting a little better about that now, a little bit better, but it's hard. I am discovering it's incredibly hard to change a really set historical narrative.
Oh, sure.
And there are many more important historical narratives that probably need to change than this. But I mean, you realize we now call it the Roswell Industrial Complex.
Okay.
That there is so much resistance
yeah.
to this notion that there's a whole kind of interesting summer here and it's all worthy of your attention.
Right.
But that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And there's some news that is coming out at the festival that will really be, and I just can't share it. I just can't share it.